Okay, so we're going to talk about lesson 4 today, and I have the menu project open back up. So lesson 4 is pretty quick, just a couple of things that you want to talk about in the paragraph group right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this little paragraph here, and I'm going to show you how to do the different types of indents. So to get to indents or indentions, what you're going to do is click the dialog box launcher in the paragraph group. So that's going to open up this right here. And you'll notice a couple of different things. Alignment, we can go left, center, right, or justified. We're not worried about outline level. Then you have indentions. So left, right, and then special. So if I do left and right, what that does is basically we'll move either the left side or the right side over on the ruler. So if you see right here, the ruler starts at 0. If I do 0.5, my sentence will start 0.5 in. I can do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to just do 1 on that side to make it look a little better. But you'll notice it comes into 1 and no text is over in this area. So I'm going to set them back to 0 real quick. And I'm going to check out the special indents. So you see there's 3 options. None, which is normally what it's set to, first line, and hanging. So if we click first line, it's automatically going to put us at 0.5. And this is what you see if you know you're seeing a new paragraph in a book or something. It just has the first line indented, and then every line after that goes back to the left side of the margins. Nothing really happens on the right side. The text just wraps down to the next line as usual. Now if I change it over to hanging, it's going to do the same thing by 0.5. And what you'll see is the top line starts at the left margin, whereas every line after that goes in 0.05 in. The last indentation we can talk about is negative. So if I wanted to go over into the margins, I could just hit this down and go negative. Now if we go negative 0.5, we're going to start going off the page and we're not going to see our text. But if we go negative 0.3, you'll notice it starts over here in this gray area in our margins. There aren't many times where you're going to use that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about real quick is line spacing. And what line spacing does is a couple of different things. So normally you're going to be on single line spacing, but we can change that to single, 1.5, double at least, and that changes it by the point, or exactly also changes it by the point. So you'll notice a big difference that we hit double. Gives it a little space there. We can also do line spacing with this little command button right here. You see it's already set to 2. We can go up to 3, or we can click back here to get us back to the dialog box. The other thing with line spacing is we can go before or after. So right now it's kind of hard to see because I hit enter in between the top part and the bottom part, but if we increase this, it would increase the space up here and down here. So usually for normal paragraph text, you're going to have 0 and 0. But if you have one of these styles at the top, you might automatically be set. And sometimes what you want to do is either add space or remove space, and that can be done with this same command right here. So the next thing to talk about are bulleted and numbered lists. And that's a bulleted list right here and a numbered list right here. So if I click bullets, it shows little dots. If I click numbers, it shows numbers. Now we can change these. So you'll have a bullet library with some already formatted bullets, or we can create our own. So we can create with a symbol. We can click any one of these symbols and use. We can click picture and find us a picture that we wanted to use. So this is a so we're going to, so you see you have the little burgers here. Or we can change it back to numbers, or we can do letters or Roman numerals. however we want to do it. So that is lesson 4. You have your alignments, paragraph spacing, bulleted list, numbered list. You can also go here for your indentions.